gets to solve that. So I think that we need to get oh, nope, he's too much for him. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this thing builds. This thing builds, man. It builds. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Something a little interesting that I don't frequently do. And you may be saying, Jay, I hate these colors. I didn't even want to click on the video. Jay, I hate these colors. Nah, it's not what you think. All right. Not everything glorious Azorius is going to be bad, is going to be controlled. We are running Azorius Token Knights. So I know you guys like token decks. I know that already. But Token Knights is an interesting combination here. And things can get out of control really quickly and work really well in your favor and be an interesting and fun deck that actually works pretty well in the meta. So before we get down to this one, to these Knights, Azorius Knights with some of these new BLOOMBURROW cards, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button. Gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, and you don't want that. That's a YouTube werewolf who's going to viciously attack you right there, so make sure you don't do that. Join us on our stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We'd love to have you there live and in person. When we built these nights live on stream with help of Stream, actually, Stream was yelling out stuff at me. Add this, ask that, do this. This will help. So they were a big help in making this deck. Thank you, Stream. Join us on our, also hit the bell on YouTube so you'll be notified when we go live there too. You can check me out both ways. Check out our Discord community for all the latest news, information, post your decks, anything else there, memes, whatever. It's all on Discord. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So, want a copy of this one? Go right down there at the Aether. So, what are we talking about here when we talk about Knights, Azorius Knights, Token Knights? Well, if we're going to be creating things, we're going to start with a little bit of Case of the Uneaten Feast. That allows you to recast a card from the graveyard if you gain a lot of life. We could potentially gain a lot of life here, and this kind of helps with red, aggro, and stuff like that, regaining some life on the 1-drop whenever we put down stuff. So I like 2 of these at least. Gain 1 life when something enters, and if you gain 5 or more life, solve at the beginning of your end step. Very useful, especially when we're combining it with some of the later card combination plays. Novice Inspector. I know he's not a knight, but we need to generate tokens cheap, and we need to get some extra card draw. So he is filling 2 positions right here, which is a 1 white drop, 1/2. He investigates, meaning you get a clue token. Clue token meaning a token, and card draw. Those are both critical things for this deck. Card draw and clues. Card draw and tokens. So that's going to help trigger. We're going to have Mockingjay right here. Mockingbird. This is your kind of your wild card. If you need another one of something, if you need to bring in an X factor of something that's going to help, he's going to kind of be the guy to play that pole position there. He's going to kind of swing around and be whatever extra card you need if you don't have something, or if you want something specific. We are trying to do a little bit of bird and flying combinations, but I'll show you some cards that might be a good one to copy. So basically, if you've paid his cost, meaning blue plus X, and the total is like equal, if you want another Warren War Leader, you play 1 blue and 3 for a total of 4, and he comes into play as a flying Warren War Leader, basically a rabbit knight bird, and you have another one immediately, which can really bring out some of the combination plays. Removal package. What are we talking about? I'm going to go with some Destroy Evil and some Get Lost. It's not the greatest. You could up or down these. You could do more Get Lost than Destroy Evil. Artifacts are very, very tough right now. Enchantments are very tough. We don't want to get locked behind our total lockdown, which is a big deal right now. We also have the problem of the enchantment of Innkeeper's Talent, which causes those instant wins. Destroying a big creature and potentially destroying something, an enchantment that's going to cause a total game loss. All of those are kind of important, especially the lockouts and stuff like that. Get Lost does give them the map tokens, which I've had backfire, so you don't have to go with those specifically. Little creatures we should be able to handle, which is why I'm more concerned about the Destroy Evil. Also, guys, with the Duskmourn spoilers coming out, enchantments are terrible. So if you're planning on playing this like by the end of the month when Duskmourn is here, you're going to need enchantment removal. One of the other removals we have is Parting Gust right here. This is a fun card because it is kind of useful in two ways. 2 white, gift a tap fish. So you could basically give somebody a 1/1 counter, or even give yourself a 1 counter. So this is useful for knocking something else into oblivion. Exile target non-token creature. If the gift wasn't promised, return it. So if you don't give them a gift, it comes back. You can use this on yourself. If you want to keep your Warren War Leader and he is playing a board wipe or even an exile, you say Warren War Leader, it goes away. Then return that creature to the battlefield under its control, the counter at the beginning of the next end step. Boom, it comes back later. So it can be a useful card to avoid you getting your cards getting wiped forever. It is a protection card essentially at instant speed. Or if you gift them a fish, you give them a 1/1 creature, they can immediately use that. Basically, it's going to be gone forever. It just exiles into oblivion and they get a fish instead. So, you know, you don't get a Sheoldred, but you do get a fish. Prophetic Memory. This is going to help pump some of our main attacker cards right here. 1 blue and 1. When it enters, draw a card. You have no maximum hand size at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you've drawn more than 1 card this turn, put X 1/1 counters on it for the number of cards you've drawn, where X is number of cards you drawn -1. So basically, any cards you draw more than the first one, you get to put a 1/1 counter on it. We want to load up mostly our flyer, our Shrike Force. Kind of the idea behind this deck is to load our Bird Knight here, the Shrike Force, flying double strike vigilance. Let's get him as strong as possible because a lot of people can't deal with a double strike flyer going in. And not only that, he has vigilance so that he can attack and then defend simultaneously. And if he's like a, if he's like a 4/6, that's a lot of damage. Like, that's a crazy amount of damage to be doing swinging in. It's 8 damage on the swing right there. So Shrike Force is kind of the target of that, or any other creature card that we want to just build up power with and then overwhelm them. So that's why we're doing Prophetic Memory. It is a little tricky to draw some cards in this, but don't worry, I've got some X great card combinations for you in the long play. Again, Novice Inspector will give you that clue token that'll draw a card, and you get to draw a card when it enters. Here's Marshal of Zhalfir. Look at this guy. 1 blue and 1 white. People don't realize that there is a knight captain in the game. I know everyone expects him to be Boros, but he is Azorius. He is Glorious Azorius. 2 drop, 2/2. Other knights you control get +1/+1. Very useful, especially when we're going across the board with knights. Just a great little captain card for an uncommon, and the ability to tap another creature. That can be super critical when you want to stop someone from blocking, or save it for their turn if they're attacking every turn with something very aggressive. Tap your attacker. Here we go with Invasion of New Phyrexia. 1 blue, 1 white, Azorius X. When Invasion of New Phyrexia comes in, create X 1/1 white and blue knight creature tokens with vigilance. Very good. The fact that you can sink in the middle to late game, the fact that you can pay 5 and get 2/2 creature to 3 2/2 knight vigilance tokens, and that you may have something like Marshal of Zhalfir on there, you have 3 3/3s, which is building up. You are generating tokens, which is important, and then you can flip it by doing 6 damage to it to get Teferi Akose of Zhalfir. I love this art, by the way. This is Zhalfir all returning. After years of being away in exile, they all came back ready for war, and they beat the hell out of Phyrexia. Very cool. This is a great card draw. Teferi is very powerful. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature. Great combination plays with Prophetic Memory on that one to pump up, and just gives you more cards. Or immediately -2, and you get an emblem that knights you control get +1 and have ward 1. That's very powerful, even for the immediate negative. Or tap any number of untapped creatures you control. When you do, shuffle target non-land permanent and an opponent controls with mana value X or less into their library, where X is the number of creatures you tap. So if you want to get rid of a creature, you just do -3, tap X. So if you want to get rid of a Sheoldred, you tap 4, boom, that Sheoldred goes back into their, shuffled into their hand. Not the greatest, but honestly, the draw cards and the knight tokens, the emblems, are fantastic that you can just pump up everyone going in. So now we're going for the combo plays. What are we doing this all for? It's Caretaker's Talent. You know this card is powerful. You've seen it played against you. 1 white and 2, whenever 1 or more tokens you control enter, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. You pay 1. Whenever this class becomes a level 2, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. Again, we could potentially make another knight, another token, we generate, and we get card draw. The fact that we get card draw every time that we create a token Guess what? That feeds into Prophytic Memory. By turn 3, we should be making a lot of tokens, so that means we're drawing a card every turn, that means we're pumping every turn, etc., and so forth. You also have no maximum hand size with this, so you can draw cards to your heart's content and never have to worry about getting rid of them. So really, really cool stuff right there. So we can duplicate, and then we can go creature tokens you control get +2/+2. That is a great play after like an Invasion into Phyrexia. Then we finish next turn with Caretaker's Talent. You're really swinging in for a lot. I also want to point out Virtual Loyalty is at the high end here, but you can count this as a 2-drop because don't forget, we have Arvindale Fealty for an instant 1 white and 1 2/2 Night token at instant speed. Again, very useful. Generate a Night token, draw a card at instant speed, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea here. So we are building the token force of Knights. Knights are getting pumped. Cards are getting built. We're suppressing our opponent, etc., and so forth. So that's Caretakers. Here's our workhorse. Here's our big guy. He's a workhorse. He's our work bird. The Strike Force. Strike Force 0. 1 white and 2. 1/3 flying, double strike, and vigilance. Just keywords. Just a guy with cool keywords, man. Those are great things together. For a 3-drop, a 1/3 flying, double strike, and vigilance, aggressive, man. I think people are undercounting this. I think that if it had a bigger power, I think people would like this more. But we're going to give it a bigger power by drawing cards and putting Prophytic Memory. You figure if you have 1 or 2 Martial Zhalfirs, you do a Prophytic Memory, you can pump this guy pretty far, and he becomes a serious threat. And then if people are trying to get rid of him, you can do Parting Gust to make sure he stays around. He's going to start putting some damage down, man. He's going to be a serious, serious problem, and they're going to need to either focus on removing him or blocking him, and eventually they're just going to lose out in time to something as dangerous as the Strike Force right there. So that's how we're finishing up with another Bird Knight. And again, our captain, I think our final captain finisher right here is the War and War Leader, the 4-drop Rabbit Knight. 4/4. Whenever you attack, choose 1. Create a 1/1 rabbit creature token that's tapped and attacking. Again, generating a token. Caretaker's Talent. Plus, gets a card draw. We get a card draw. We get a Prophytic Memory. Blah 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 blah. That's beginning of combat, so it wouldn't actually trigger, but you get the idea that we are getting card draw, etc. and so forth if we are doing that. Or attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. Very powerful to pump up everything else, or generate a rabbit creature token every time. We also have the Offspring ability, which is 2 more, so we could pay a total of 6 for this, and we basically get a token creature, again, tokens feeding into it, that is the same as the Rabbit Knight, except it's a 1/1, it's the little baby version right there. Look at that little guy go. He can barely hold up his mace, and then we're getting double the effect, so every time we attack, everyone gets +2/+2, or we're creating 2 tokens. Very, very useful stuff right there. So that's a nice Knight finisher right there. He will also benefit from the Knight Captain ability of other Knights you control get +1, and the Invasion New Phyrexia Teferi Emblem, which is Knights you control get +1 and have Ward 1. So good synergy all around between tokens, card draw, Knights, all that good stuff. As far as token generation as well, I think 2 Mirex and I think 2 Fountain Port. Sacrifice a token, you draw a card, pay 1 life, create a blue fish creature token, or create a treasure token. I think Fountain Port's not a bad idea for this one, and I don't think Mirex is that bad either. We don't really have a huge investment in one color or the other, so it's fine if we don't have full colors on there, because everything is kind of like one or the other. Virtual Loyalty, the high end. Oh, by the way, I forgot Virtual Loyalty. This gets out of control quick, too. 2 white and 3. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control and untap them. Very powerful if you're building a big board. Things just get out of control. The only way to deal with it is sweepers. Very powerful stuff right there. So there's only 2 cards that require 2 whites. So if we have kind of a split between white and blue, it's not that bad overall. And of course, like I said, Mockingbird can come in any position, be another Strike Force, be another War and War Leader, hell, even another Martial Zhalfir to give everyone +1/+1 across the board. 9 planes, 4 islands, Attica Wastes. Restless Anchorage generates a map token, so that's not a bad one to be a bird and a flyer right there, and creating a map token, which will trigger card draw. Seachrome Coast, Fountain Port, all that stuff right there. So what are we looking at? 16 creatures, 11 knights. Yeah, we're mostly knights here. Birds, humans, knights, and rabbits. 7 instants, 11 enchantments. A lot of enchantments for this one. 2 battles, 24 lands altogether on a 2.4. Much more white than blue. That's what we're going to be running there. had some success with this one. It's a fun deck. It's different. If you're looking for something different, you're bored and you want to run something, this is the guy for you right here. Requisition Raid, not a bad card to add on the sideboard right there. Destroy target enchantment and artifact. If you're playing Boros Factory, this really fucks them up because you'll crack their caretakers and their factory at once, and then 1/1 counters across the board. So fun one with Rec Factory right there. You could throw us 3 steps ahead for a counterspell or a card draw modal card. So I'm not going to say no to a counterspell, but maybe 2-3 steps ahead. Maybe another Get Lost for removal. Invasion of Bellaran. Bellanon is not bad. Create a Knight token, and you could potentially flip it for +1/+1. Not terrible. And of course, maybe one more Invasion in New Phyrexia. This is a very powerful card. I don't see a lot of people playing. Putting that many creatures on the board for that cheap, especially 2/2 creatures, pretty effective in the middle to late game if you can survive that long. So it is a mythic rare, so maybe you don't want to do it, but that is something that I'm offering you right there. So that's what we're looking like. Here it is on the vertical view. That's how it looks, horizontal. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. We're going to start in a little unranked to get our sea legs under us, and then we're going to get into ranked play. So no worries there. Let's get into it, guys. Knights. It's been a long time since I've done Azorius deck. I hope you don't hate it. It's not Azorius control. It's a lot more fun than that. Let's get into it, guys. Krovax. Ooh, Evankar. I go first? Why not? Novice Inspector, there's Shrike Force. Alright, we'll have to keep that. We really need mana here. Not bad. Caretakers. A mana into New Phyrexia would be great. War Leaders. Ooh, we'll have to crack that one. Oof. Okay. He draws a card. Alright, draws another card. He's not getting what he wants here. I'm gonna do 2 damage. There's a land. Alright, so we do Case of the Uneaten Feast, Shrike Force, or do we duplicate? I think we do Shrike Force and duplicate. Alright, let's put that down. He's gonna punish me here. Honestly, not mad to see that. So we do this. Iomedanes. Oh, he generated creatures. Alright. Nice. Okay, so I think we're going to have to do I do this one, and I give all creature tokens +2/+2, and I think we'll be in better shape. I think he's gonna play Iomedanes. He's gonna pump. Oof. Has he got another pump? Knight Errant. Okay, he convoked. The better idea would be to... Alright, he's going in. Alright, so we block, body block, body block. Body block. So we're going to take a grand total of 4. He gets to solve that. So I think that we need to get oh, nope. He's too much for him. Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. This thing builds. This thing builds, man. It builds. Fuck your Sheldred, have a fish. ZX Wiser. Alright. Do that. Hey, what's up, kitty cake? I got nothing in my graveyard, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, you're actual chef, Stignox? I thought you worked on power lines. Why did I think that? Wow, look at this flood right here. Into the flood again, huh? Oh, I made a big mistake. Deep Cavern Bat. There's Strike Force. Power line. He's gonna play kill. You're really flooded here. Oh my goodness, look at this fucking flood, guys. Shit. Fuck me, man. God damn, bro. Fuck. Sous chef. Boom, boom. Strike force. Double strike on the mic. Okay. Honestly, I think the strikes might come through here. If he doesn't have 80 pounds of removal. He may have 80 pounds of removal. That may be a genuine fact of life here. Yep, 80 pounds of removal. So largely doesn't matter what I do, because he's gonna kill whatever I put down. Oof. Grab something out of the graveyard. Boom, grabs that. Master Zalfir. More removal, I would imagine. He's barely played any cards. He's literally barely played any cards yet. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Boom. 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 Non-token creature. Sacrifices a non-token creature. We will go with the... Doesn't really matter, we gotta get rid of you. Draw. Boom. Hey, look at this. Alright, what do we got here? How many do we play? That's the question. I guess we play... 2? Or do we play... We keep 2 open, so we could possibly play Destroy Evil. We'll play 3. Oh, look, we got that. Boom. Flip that. He's gonna go pop. He's gonna go pop. Okay. Sheldrissy the Apocalypse. Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the water, I'm gonna bash you out. Alright. I think Shrike and tokens is the way to go. Boost Shrike and run tokes. I think that's gonna be the ticket right there. That's gonna be the winning ticket. We gotta go faster. Prophecydetic. We do this one. Yes. Boom, boom. Keep that one. that. Boom. Do that. Untap. Boom. Is it Silver Scrutiny good with props? Silver Scrutiny is not terrible with props. He's going to turn that into treasure. Boom, boom. Draws a card. Draws a card. There's Shrike Force. Put them down. Pay. Do this. Boom. That. Doesn't matter what you block. Boom, 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 boom. She's gone. Untap. Pump. He could have a big fucking wipe right here. No, he's got the Sheldrissy, the Apocalypse. Yeah, alright. We actually fucking punched back on that one. Alright. That was pretty fun. Not bad. Hey, what's up, Merlin is Dracula? We actually played the white. Okay. Let's try one more time. Jay, do you see about Caretaker now? Yeah, it's big value. It is big value. I think we need to emphasize it. It is big, big value. I don't like this opener. That's a little better. Take all the cards you had in play and make them ×4. Pretty much. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Marshal of Zalfir. That's what I learned. Yeah, that combination kind of works. So I think maybe we get rid of... maybe Mockingbird is not necessary. Let's put down Shrike Force. Double Shrike on the mic. I think Mockingbird is probably excessive. I guess is what you would call it. Are they playing birds? Looks like they may be playing birds. Guildwing. Very nice. Mockingbird. Yeah, they're playing birds. Similar build here. Oof. I definitely want that. Bye. Oh, your shit isn't pumped anymore? Is not fucking pumped to the goddamn gills? That's a shame. That's a real shame your shit is not fucking pumped. That's a real fucking shame. It's a fairy. Draw 2 cards. We'll do the fucking Night Emblem. Sacrifice. Boom. He's probably gonna go in. There's a Mockingjay. Boom. Minner's Guildwing. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Ooh, war leader. Feast. We will go in. We will say attack creatures get plus plus. Bop, bop, bop. There you go. Explore. Boom. Vindicussy. Quest Caller. Face the Uneaten. Nice. Okay, I think we get rid of Mockingjay. I don't think it needs to be in here, and we focus on the combinations that we have. Yeah, we're moving now. I think Mockingjay is kind of a dupe card. It's not really necessary. I don't think we need 3. If we want to do that, I think we might be high and tight on that one. You have to pay the total cost. So if you pay the 1 blue and 2, you can do a 3 creature. So basically it's going to come out as an imitation of whatever you have. Ops goes first. Yikes, bro. I mean, maybe we'll draw into something here. Yeah, I mean, that's just that's a token control. That his win con wasn't even fucking to kill me. It was just to literally sit there and look at me. That was the point of the deck, was to just basically do nothing but look at me. Loyalty. I can do that too. Virtue again. Marshall's elf here. Hey, look at this dude. Rammed into a Traxa with no roots. Boom. A Traxa and roots with hop to it. That's pretty cool. He's out of there. Belzebuth is out of there. We did not like that. Don't think he had it. Whatever was going on there, he didn't have it. Sure, man. All right, that works too. Easy. GG easy. GG would WP easy. Outcaster Greenblade. Very cool, Zyran. I kept seeing a snake too, man. I don't know what he had going on, but I kept thinking that we were gonna get the snakes of it. I think we were gonna get the snakes of it. Put down that. Exuberant Fuseling. Gotta hold steady. Abs and Root token. I gotta go back to Roots. I haven't done a Roots deck lately. And I like Roots. Pushing in. Hit. Boom. So we can do Attica Wastes and Parting Gust if he pumps. He'll go for the pump here. Double strike. He's gonna try to go over. So we do this. No attacks. We do end turn. We hold our Destroy Evil or our Parting Gust. Let's wait for him to pump. There's Krenko. Man, Gifted Tap Fish. You can go to hell, dude. Drew a lot of mana here. 12. I drew fucking 50% mana, which is not great. Red. Pump 3, pop. Doesn't really matter what I do. I gotta block that. That's another pump. Yeah, he did too much damage too fast. And unfortunately, I drew all fucking mana. I probably should have kept the Destroy Evils instead of the Virtues, but I mean, there's no way of knowing what he has in his hand. It could have been the right move, could have been the wrong move. But there's no fucking way of knowing that what the fuck he's gonna have, so. He could have never gone over 4 up, so we drew those. And that was that. I go first, very nice. Do that. If he is running tokens, I think he's running Boros. Get Lost will help with that. Builder's Talent. Level 2. Martial Zelf here. Boom. That's great. I like that. Boom. Boom. Bango. Bango. Alright. He's probably going to play the kill on Shrike Force. Play Fired Bricks. A Sunfall player? For sure he's got Sunfall. No fucking way he doesn't. He's got a removal too. He's really gambling where to put it right now. He's thinking about it. Double strike. Partition. Boom. He will probably run Sunfall now. No, he's not. You gotta kill it. Lay down arms. Very nice. It's a control player for sure. Like, we know this. Like, we know he's all about control. He's trying to lock out. He's trying to do control tokens. I think I've seen... Who was this? Crokeys ran this with the Builder's Talent. Marshall Zelf here. Should I put out another Marshall? Or he's running the wipe? He's running the wipe. I'm sure he's running the wipe. I'm fucking positive of it. There's no way this dude's not fucking running Sunfall. Yeah, this is Croakey's fucking heavy apostrophe tokens deck. Really, it's a mono white exile. Let's be honest. Let's fucking be honest with each other here, boys. It's a mono white fucking exile. You put these two in here with Sunfall, you're running an exile deck, buddy. That's just the way it goes. I don't make the fucking rules. Mango. Do that. Do that. Object to copy. Boom. Tags. Boom. Caretaker's Talent. He doesn't have Farewell because you can't play Farewell anymore, but he does have Sunfall. Hey, it's 019. How you doing, man? I guarantee you has Sunfall. He's going to get lost on that. Oh, it's plat hell. It is absolute plat hell. We are deep in hell right now, guys. Okay. He's got a soul partition. 3-2 Goblins and Legacy tonight. Fell for one or two better draws. Hey, I've been all over the place tonight. Outvalue. When I first looked at that word, I thought it said ovulate because of my dyslexia. Hey, what's up, Stillaputz? We're still cooking this Azorius right here. Azorius Knights. The glorious Knights of Azure. He's got this, check it out now, Soul Partition right about now. Soul Partition, check it out now. Soul Partition right about now. Soul Partition, check it out now. No man has a 40 removal and endless shit. Yeah, I know. I'm sure he calls in his head, this is mono white tokens. It's fucking mono white exile. If you have fucking 20 exile cards in your deck, your shit's not a token deck anymore, bro. He's gonna go in. No blocks. Down 6. Indeed, Gwen Rainbow Kitty. Indeed.com. Should I go in? I don't think it's worth it, right? Because what he's going to do is he's going to exile that. They're all going to become 3/3s. And then he's going to have a pretty effective block. Although I could hit this. Ah, fuck it. Yeah, you're right. We're going caveman on this shit. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. We're going full fucking caveman brain. I'm gonna exile Witch. Exile that. Boom. Now comes the white. What do we got now? Beza, blossoming whatever. Okay. Sacrifice, gain life. Feeling big at 1 HP. He gets the draw. Gets the draw. He gets to explore. He pulled the 7 off. Shrike Force. Double Shrike on the mic. Pull the fucking land, naturally. I could actually tap this guy and swing in. What do you think about that? He's got the exile. Pay. There we go. Sacrifice, he gains the life. Exile, boom. Boom, boom, draws, boom. Boom. Oh, very nice. The pump. Zalfir. Alright, now the question is... do I try to flip this? Tap any another type of creature. You can draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Do I flip the fucking... Do I flip for Teferi? That's the question. I think I gotta flip for Teferi. Well, I can draw... If I play Teferi, I can draw 2, then discard 2. That'll charge profs and maybe get him higher. Yeah, I think I gotta hit Teferi. So we're gonna draw 2 cards. We didn't get it, but we will get that. Boom. We didn't get a creature card. That's the problem. He keeps drawing. That's the fucking thing. He keeps fucking playing tokens and drawing more cards. No matter what happens, he draws into it every fucking time. Oh. Very nice. Alright guys, we're going to leave that one right there. Pretty good run though. I had a fun time with this deck. I think there's a lot of potential in it. Did go positive, 75% on the play. Not bad. Play a little aggro with it and it comes along just fine. So interesting combo, the Azorius Knights. That's gonna be it. I'll see you next time, guys. I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great. I hope you like the Knights. Nobody likes Azorius, but everyone likes Azorius when it's creatures. Bye-bye.